Hello, today I would like to show you how to do well on your IELTS section 1. So for this you have to be very focusing and you have to know what you're required to do. First of all, I'm going to select this, I'm going to circle this as it's saying one word or a number, only one word or a number. And then I want to show you how to do it with this ease, and I'll play the audio as well and you can see how I'm doing while I'm listening to the audio. And first of all, pay attention as you have some little bit time. I will play the video as it says without any stops or pauses. That's why it may be faster, but it's not that fast. Anyway, so firstly, currently staying in. So what we are required is staying in. We are required to write type of accommodation. So I'm going to notice it's going to be noun anyway. Noun. So then address, we are required to spell some spelling. We need to do some spelling here, and here it's going to be postcode as we know, and the occupation is part-time job as it's going to be noun as well. And studying, what's it? It's required what is studying, major subject and minor subject. We have to distinguish this. And hobbies, to a lot of what does he do a lot, and what he's interested in is here. So move here. So on use, wants to work with young people who are, well, it's a type of people he wants to deal with here. And then we'll come to talk to education officer next Monday at its time and mobile phone number here. So what we are required is spelling and the number and addresses and some occupations as well. As you can see, we have all here. Now I'll show you how to do it. I'm playing the audio and you can go along with me.
Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen. Listen carefully and answer questions.
Told me a lot.
Now we shall begin. You should Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time.
So it's saying we will not hear it second time, so careful.
And answer questions 1 to 5.
So as you can see, it's saying 1 to 5, so mark from here that you don't go
Good
below.
morning, Youth Council. Caroline speaking.
Oh, hello. I'm interested in standing for election to the Youth Council, and I was told to give you a call.
That's good. Could I have your name, please?
Yes, it's Roger Brown.
Thank you. I'm Caroline, the Youth Council Administrator. So, do you know much about what the council does, Roger?
I've talked to Stephanie. I think she's the chair of the council,
That's right.
and she told me a lot about it. How it's a way for young people to discuss local issues, for example, and make suggestions to the town council. That's what made me interested.
Fine. Well, let me take down some of your details. First of all, how old are you? You know the council is for young people aged from 13 to 18.
I've just turned 18.
Okay.
And where do you live, Roger?
Well, that's a bit complicated. At the moment, I'm looking for a flat to rent here. So I'm in a hostel from Monday to Friday. I go back to my parents' place at the weekend.
So as you can see now, I paused the video because I want to explain it to you. He said he's searching for flat, but he's not staying in a flat. Don't get confused. But he's actually staying in a hostel right at the moment during the week. And he said he goes back to his parents, but during the weekend. But we need a week. So that's the reason I wrote here hostel. I hope you can see it clearly. Now I'm going to play the video again. Audio again, sorry about that.
Okay. So, where's the best place to send you
Address,
some
so-
information about the council?
Oh, to my parents' address, please. That's 17 Buckley Street. Buckleigh Street, Stamford, Lincolnshire.
Okay.
Though you don't really need the county.
As you can see, while listening to this, I tried to write hopefully like a buckly something like this, but on the process I checked whether I did correct or not. Then after this part I stopped and made a fixing like here EIGH, and now I have a buckly, but I don't need to fix it while writing. I can just do like this, and when transferring to answer sheet I can make it proper. So don't try to write perfect here. Make some mistakes, but fix them and move the answer to the correct form, like BUCKLEIGH. This is the correct one. So I paused the audio because this is explanatory video. Now I'm going to play again.
Oh, I know Stamford. It's a lovely town. And what's the postcode?
PE97QT.
Right, thank you.
Okay, here.
So are you working here or are you a student?
I started studying at the university a couple of weeks ago, and I've got a part-time job for a few hours a week.
What do you do?
Well, I've done several different things. I've just finished a short-term contract as a courier, and now I'm working as a waiter in one of the big hotels.
Uh-huh. That can't leave you much time.
Please pay attention here. He said he worked there before one job, but it's not now. It was before. He said he got and finished it. So now his job is waiter. It's very confusing for the beginners, but it's not hard if you pay attention what he's saying and pay attention to grammar and the tenses.
For studying?
Oh, it's not too bad. I managed to fit it all in.
What are you studying?
My ambition is to go into Parliament eventually, so my major subject is politics. That's partly why I think the Youth Council is important and want to be a part of it.
And I suppose you're also taking a minor subject, aren't you? I know a lot of people study economics too.
I chose history. To be honest, I'm not finding it as interesting as I expected.
Before you hear the rest of the phone call, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10.
So now we have time to do from 6 to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll show you from this part, sorry. But to carry on. So we have around 15 seconds to get prepared. We can wait for, or we can fix this one if you have any mistakes. Now here I want to write like hostel, but don't transfer the answers to answer sheet because it takes longer time.
Answer questions
At the end of
6
the
to 10.
sections, you will be given extra times to do so.
Okay, so with your studying and your part-time job, do you have time for any other interests or hobbies?
Well, I spent quite a lot of time cycling, both around town to get to university and to work, and also long distance, from here to London, for instance.
That's pretty impressive. Anything else?
For relaxation, I'm also keen on the cinema. I used to go at least once a week, but I can't manage to go.
So now he's trying to make, he's being easy, like he's not saying some difficult words or confusing words. He just is cycling and cinema, really easy to catch if you can hear what he's saying. Cycling and cinema, that's it. Now I'll open 8, 9, 10. Alright.
So often now.
Right. Are you sure you'll have enough time for the Youth Council?
Yes, I've worked out that I can afford to reduce my hours at work, and that will make the time.
So is there any particular aspect of the Youth Council's work that appeals to you, Roger?
Well, my sister is blind, so I'm particularly interested in working with disabled young people.
So as you can see, he said his sister is blind, but it's not the answer. Here we have to know the young people who are. We have to find about people. So the answer is disabled. Disabled.
To try and improve the quality of their lives.
That's great. Well, the best way to get involved is to be nominated by some people who you know.
Right. Can you tell me how to set about organising that?
You should talk to Jeffrey, our elections officer. I can arrange a meeting in the council office with him if you like.
Yes, please.
He'll be here next Monday, if that suits you.
That's the 14th, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
I can manage late afternoon.
Would you like to suggest a time? He generally leaves around 5:30.
Well, would 4:30 be okay? My last class finishes at 4, so I'd have plenty of time to get to your office.
Right, that's fine. Oh,
So I want to tell you that he's telling we heard 3 times actually, like this one's 5:30, 4:30 and 4. There is a difference. What he said is officer leaves at 5:30 while the guy wants to visit 4:30 and his last class ends at 4. So the answer is 4:30. It's just to confuse you, but if you have a good English you don't get confused with this. Alright, the answer is 4:30. I made marked. Now we have a little bit harder part, number. So we need to distinguish the difference between American and British style as well. Let's play.
and could I have a phone number we can contact you on?
Yes, my mobile number's 07788 136 711.
Thank you. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Thanks very much. Goodbye.
Bye.
As you can see, I wrote the next number here, and while you're writing number, you don't have to write here properly like this. You can write here and then change them to answer sheet. They don't mark you by looking at this paper. They mark you by answer sheets, so you don't have to worry about that much. I'll check the answers and I'll get back to you. So all the answers correct as I expected, because I listened and you listened along with me, and there's no hard way to do it. It's easy once you know spelling, numbers, and some occupations. If you can find occupations, nothing hard about it, for especially section 1. So I hope you get 100% from the section 1. And I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.